Hello and welcome to another piece of the ZTEST package, the option to run and record scripts. And we're going to start with looking at what scripts are, or actually what macros are, because you start with macros that are generally recorded to your desktop, a folder in desktop. But in this case, you transfer these, you upload those to a folder on the IFS, your home folder or some other folder that you define. And you find here in this case, I got to these macros, they are called .mac. And these are the ones we have. And in the settings, option 4 for script tests, I also define which IFS folder that I copy my recorded macros to, because they have to be converted. I will show you the conversion piece later. And also you specify if your database files that are touched by the test runs are journal, you tell which journal you're journaling them to. That is so we can see, check, view the database changes later on. Okay. So this is the function that you use all the time for working with scripts. You see the scripts you have converted from macros down here. You have a field for entering a user ID and password. That is the one that's used for submitting the tests. You can view or edit the script. Let's view this guy. So this is a fairly simple format that is used. Send some function key, data, place some data on the screen, send the enter key, send the function key, place data, 4711 %TB, that's a tab, and then some text, send enter, send F3, and send sign off. Let's have a quick look at the original macro. It's a bit more stuff. Of course, it has more functions, but in this case, we're looking at one thing only, that is a sequence of keystrokes that are submitted, running batch, calling programs, doing functions, updating data, and we can sort of see what's going on. Okay. I will not change that right now, so I will just leave that as is. I enter my credentials and I will submit this thing to be run. So now it submits a job to batch, which in turn spawns another job that does the updates. We can then do two things as for the results. We can view the screen dumps of the most recent run. So you got the user ID and the password and the program and whatever, and we have sent the stuff, and we have got some results, and we have the screen where we placed the field 4711 and a tab, and then German from perfume atomizer. You send the enter key, and then we sent the F3 key, and then we exited and did whatever. So that's that. So that's one thing you can check out. And the next interesting thing you can see is to actually see what data was touched when that script ran. We can see this is what happened. It used file prod in this library, and we have did something with record number 13. The sequence number 13 is in the journal, and we can view the details of that specific entry, which is a put. And we see what the data record was like. So we have the fields from the data record and the contents for what happened when that script was run. So that is very quickly what you can do with the scripted testing. It can be a lot more complicated than this, but it is really handy, and since you can save these things and run at will. I should also note that you can do the submit function for the script outside of using this interactive program. So you can build your own procedures and to run a bunch of scripts. And you can also, of course, edit your own scripts. All the documentation for that comes with the TNAPI package. What I provided here is mainly the function to convert the rather cumbersome ACS macro format, give you an option to go from stuff you recorded to stuff you can run. And that is, I think, could be quite useful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience, and hope to see you soon.